If you have the right to make a decision and to make a choice, wouldn't it be wise to exercise that right? Stay tuned for more details.
Welcome to the Your Life Now show, where your life and your business matter. Your host is a certified executive coach and trainer with the passion to help make the difference in the world. Your Life Now show brings you powerful resources and effective tips to help you manage your life and your business at its best. And now, here's your host, Coach Ria.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to Your Life Now radio show, where your life and your business matter. I am your host and executive producer, Ria Wilkie, a.k.a. Coach Ria. Thank you so much for being here. It's a great day here in my neck of the woods, and I hope you guys are enjoying your day as well, wherever you are. So thank you so much for being here. Just a quick intro. I am the founder and a CEO at Your Life Now. It's a professional executive coaching, training, marketing, and PR company. Many ask us, what is it that we do exactly at Your Life Now? So to put it in a simple term, we are a solution provider company. We provide solutions to small to medium-sized businesses, and we customize the solution based on your specific needs. We partner with some of the best in the industry to make sure we provide you with the perfect solution for your business. So if you'd like to schedule an intro meeting or get to know more of us and what we do and how we could be of service to you, please feel free to reach out to us by either going to our website at yourlifenow.info. As always, here on the show, we try to cover a lot of different topics related to our personal as well as professional life. We have experts that share great tips and information with you, and you are always welcome to reach our guests directly or contact us for further information. The intention here on Your Life Now show, including my intention, is really to inspire you to take some action steps to improve your life, your business, whatever it is that you are doing in your life, to make it sweeter for yourself and those around you. So all we ask of you is to have an open mind and an open heart. Take what is useful for you and question everything. After all, it is your life, so why don't you live it your way? So we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we will get into our amazing show for you guys. So please stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for being here.
Your Life Now radio show with Coach Ria will return in just a few moments.
Welcome back, my friends. You are listening to Your Life Now radio show. I am your host, Ria Wilkie, a.k.a. Coach Ria. Thank you so much for being here. Today we have a very special show for you guys. This is a great time in our country here in America. And we are presented with an opportunity to exercise our right, to share our vote, to share our voice, to make a difference for ourselves and for our children and our children's children. It's really important for us to think about the fact that we are given that right to choose. So I went around and I interviewed a few people and asking them their perspective on why is it so important for us this year to vote, to share our voice. And I had the pleasure of sitting down over lunch with an amazing woman, the CEO and founder of Flavors by Jody. And I hope you enjoy the show. And remember, this is really supposed to be thought-provoking and for information purpose. We are not here to impose any opinion. The intention is very clear, to just bring awareness to this great opportunity to express our voice, our intention for better tomorrow. Some of these interviews were done in our previous election. This year, 2020 election, of course, it's there's a lot of things on the line right now, and there is a lot of things are important to many of us, and there is no better time than to express our right to vote, to speak up, to share, our voice and the power that we have. And let me tell you, this year, it actually marks the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, honoring all women who have fought for equality, who would not give up, so we can now have a voice to be heard. Regardless of who you decide to choose to vote for, as long as you exercise your vote based on issues that really rising up right now. 2020 has been really, really difficult year for all of us, and we only in August, almost September, and our election is only a couple months away, and it's going to be here. And if you have not registered yet, please register. Please, please, please register. Make sure that your voice counts. Call your local representative and ask for mail-in ballot, so you can, send your your ballot in the mail. Do it early so you have access to that. I mean, there's a lot of things at a stake right now, and honestly, I'm not trying to steer anyone in one direction or another. I just would love for you guys to really realize what's at stake right now. What is really going on? There is so much problem with social justice, racial justice, including, a health problem, with the coronavirus and the pandemic, hitting our nation. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people don't have, access to just the simple things in life, food and water and things of that nature. And we can only be better. But doing nothing is only going to get us backward. And again, as I mentioned from the beginning of the show, this show is intended to be for information purpose and thought provoking. We are not, or I am not, because I am the host and the producer of this show, so I'm not trying to steer anyone toward one direction or another. I've always been very neutral, but in the same time, I do what I need to do myself to make sure that my voice counts based on the issues that I believe are important to me, my family, my work, everything that I am, concerned in me. So I want to encourage you as well to take a look and see what's going on in your own life, and see what some of the things that you would like to see change. And check out your local representative. What's going on with your local representative? Are they actually doing anything in your community to improve your community? That's how we can make change. I am part of I consider myself, a change maker, and I support all women, men, everybody who are part of making a change, positive change, forward thinking, moving forward together, working together. Our country is so divided right now, and we need to unite. And the way that we unite to really all get together and express our thoughts through our voice, through voting, and let's try to make changes. That's everything that is considered to be an issue right now. How can we solve it? I mean, after all, you heard me saying from the beginning of the show, when people ask me what I do as far as my business, I said that I am a solution provider. If we have an issue, we cannot expect the issue to go away by just staying quiet, not saying anything. We need a solution. We need people who are willing to provide us with forward solution that is going to meet all of our needs, that is going to cover and change things for the better. And the only way we can get that done is through
our voice. You have a voice. Again, these women 100 years ago, they fought for us. The amendment came in and they have it, the 19th Amendment for voting, women being able to vote 100 years ago. Today, to this year, 2020. So just realize, the power that they have, the struggle that they have to go through to make it easy for all of us. I'm speaking because I'm a woman, but I'm speaking to everyone, not just gender, for women only. This is for everyone who can vote, is to vote. Think about the things, as a coach, I will say it's like, think about the things that matter to you and to your family. School issues, our kids, getting education or not getting education because of the pandemic. Are we providing, do we have the resources that we need to move forward? And only through our voice we can make changes. So again, I realize the show is, some of these interviews are outdated, but I just wanted to let you hear from some of the people out there what they think about expressing their voice. And next time that you met with someone who said, my voice doesn't matter, tell them, why do you think that? Because one voice can make a difference. One vote can make a difference in the outcome. So never discard your own power and your voice to make a change, to make an actual positive change forward. So I hope you enjoy the show, and you can comment, only positive feedback, because I really wish for everybody to stop, because we are so divided. It's just really crazy when I hear people making comments about things that really is just basically it's based on empty promises and no facts, nothing. And it's just, I by nature, I'm a leader, not a follower, and I try to always make sure that I question everything. And you hear me always mention those words: question everything. It's your life, so why don't you live it your way? So enjoy the show, and if you have any question or any comment, or you want to learn how to register, basically all the information is available online. But if you want us to help you, direct you, anything like that, share resources with you, I'll be more than happy to do that. But everything is available online. Contact your local representative, find out how you can register if you're not registered. Ask early for mail-in ballot, so you can send in your ballot by mail, or find a way that you can actually access, safe voting in your area. Help other people the same way, because, let's face it, when we help someone else, we help ourselves too. So it's really one hand work with the other hand. So we need many hands. So let's get those hands together. Even though we're not touching anybody physically, we can touch, all our life, one way or another, by expressing our duty as American citizen to vote, to vote, to vote. Please enjoy the show, and thank you so much for being here. Much love to all. So don't forget, you have a voice. Find your voice, share your voice, and don't let anyone silence you. Hey there, we are here in a beautiful
setting of Lake Mohawk.
I am so proud to be American woman living in America. What a great time to be alive and to be enjoying this world that we live in. It's all our making, and we're sitting here and we're trying to be a little bit more on the thought-provoking here. Flavors by Jody is a small business, a local business here. She is strictly a catering company. Jody Tony had done even events at the White House, so it's really an honor to be here with you, Jody. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Rhea, for having me.
It's an honor. So we're sitting here having a late lunch, enjoying. We're both starving, and a nice glass of cranberry wine, right?
Yeah.
So it's really delicious.
Yeah.
And just want to make sure that we are recording here. Yes, we are. So the thinking here, Jody, thank you for joining me here. We're really trying to bring awareness to why we need to make a choice. And this coming November, we need to vote. And what does it mean for each one of us to actually have a voice and make our voice be heard and be involved of the choices in our lives. So how do you feel about that? Are you going to vote? Let me ask you that first.
Absolutely, yes, I am going to vote, definitely. And it's a very conscious, deliberate effort. And Ria, I'm so glad that you're talking about this because most of us feel like, what the hell, if I don't vote, my one vote is not going to make a difference. But believe me, every one vote makes a difference.
So this is the challenging question. I was thinking about it as I was driving here to meet up with you in this beautiful location. I mean, we're sitting here, the lake's right there by us. If you guys can see what we're looking at, it's so incredible. I know, you'll be really jealous. But we want to share that with you, so if you can close your eyes, imagine that, you will probably be here with us. But I'm just thinking, what if your vote, your single vote can make a difference? Would you actually vote?
Yes, absolutely.
So if we can all think like that, if we can all come to that conclusion that our vote counts, our voice counts, can we actually make
a difference? Yes, Ria, and that's a very relevant and something very intelligent that you bring up because, like I said, you may think, oh my God, why do I need to vote? My one vote is not going to make a difference, but believe me, that one vote could make it or break it. And also, we need to be conscientious about this, where the world that we live in. We have given the privilege and the opportunity to have our voice heard. So why would we not take advantage of that? When you have the right to predict that who's going to govern you, who's going to run your country, who's going to make decisions on your behalf.
Right.
How can you not take that opportunity and exercise that right?
See, this is what doesn't make any sense for me because I'm a American. I'm also American who migrated here to this country a few years back, and I'm really honored and proud to be American, honestly. And I think I couldn't be in a better place.
Yeah, I agree.
And one of the things that comes to my mind is just that we really take it for granted that we actually have the ability to vote.
Yeah.
To vote. If your voice counts, why wouldn't you want your voice to count? I just don't understand.
I think it's a lack of, I can't say education or intelligence or being conscious or the realization, and which is good that you're spreading the word and you're discussing this, because people don't realize that, this is a valuable right that they have in this beautiful country to be able to vote. And they can make a difference. Every drop of water makes the ocean, and you're part of that ocean.
That's so true.
And, you've been gifted with this right, being a citizen of this country, where you have the power to be able to pick and choose that who's going to decide the future of your children, who's going to decide the health laws for you, who's going to decide your women's rights, who's going to decide whether women can go for an abortion or not. Simple things like that. How can you just let it slide? You can't let it slide. You need to exercise if it matters to you. And I think where it stems from, Ria, it really does matter, but people don't realize what the value of that one single vote that they have.
Oh my God, you just hit it right to the nail.
Yeah.
I was just thinking exactly the same thing. I was just thinking out loud, and I think
That's
I just recently posted. I love you too. Love you, Heidi.
Same wavelength.
I was just thinking the other day, and I did a post on Facebook just saying, isn't that ironic that most of us know the price of something, but we don't know the value of something?
Yep, that's absolutely. I endorse exactly what you're saying because people are not. I don't want to use a harsh word like ignorant. People do not realize the value that vote carries. I wish people would realize how much weight it carries. And like I said, that one vote could make it or break it for us to see who's going to be your president.
I think a lot of people. It was interesting yesterday. Not to mention names or who the person is. but even people the closest to you, you know, we all, this is what's so beautiful about this country, that we have a free, you know,
freedom of speech,
freedom to think, you know, what we want to think.
Voice.
And this is something we take it for granted, honestly, coming from a different culture, from a culture that your voice is not counted. I can tell you, I really just like, it makes no sense for me that people actually don't appreciate the things that they see happening right now. So I heard something very negative about, you know, and this is one of the things that I really try not to do on the show. And when I put it out there yesterday in the video, I took the video down because I know it was going to be controversial. Because people are really, you know, they tend to take sides because they feel comfortable to support something that may be within their, you know, their comfort zone. But if you really open your mind and you see facts, okay, you think about it. First of all, we made history once. We elected a black president.
Yes,
okay. And we're about to make another history.
Electing a woman
I have
president.
never been so proud to be American woman than I am right now. How do you feel about that?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, she's a very deserving candidate. And, you know, you heard Michelle Obama's speech, and we all hold the Obamas in great esteem. So if she could endorse somebody like that, we don't have to think twice that voting for Hillary to represent us would be a great decision. And another thing that I want to bring up, Rhea, is that if you as a parent, as an adult, you don't exercise your right, you don't get there to those poll booths on the election day in November, you're setting an example for the rest of your children in the house, all the adults. You know, my son's 23, my daughter's 30, they're all registered. My other daughter's 32, they're registered to vote. So what kind of message are you conveying? Like, you know what? It doesn't matter. Who cares a damn who gets elected? That means you really, really seriously.
As long as you make a decision,
yes,
right? That you know why you're making that decision.
And also a conscious effort. A deliberate conscious effort that your vote truly, truly counts, and you need to value that right that's been given and not take it for granted, let it just, you know, throw those voting papers in the garbage. No.
You know, I mean, there is so many things that the hype about most people saying, even young people saying that they don't trust Hillary Clinton. And I'm not, like, you know, I try not to be so politically incorrect here, like Bill Maher says.
Yeah.
But what I really think about, like, here, I mean, just to think about what we really and why. Why are we thinking what we're thinking, right? So just look at, you know, somebody like Hillary Clinton, who has a proven track record. She's a very smart woman for the longest time, over, 30 years? More than 30 years.
I think she has
a proven record, right? Yeah, because she got caught cheating or whatever, the system supposedly, you know.
Yeah.
So people distrust you. But if you really get the fact, and I'm not here supporting, because nobody's paying me to support Hillary Clinton here, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what I feel as an American woman here, and what I think, you know, having a woman like Hillary Clinton represents our interests here as a business owner yourself.
Absolutely.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, and you know, and you said it so rightly. Hillary Clinton has a great track record. She has been persistent. She has been diligent, and she did not pack her bags and go home, just like Michelle Obama said in her speech. She stuck it in for the longest time, that this is what she truly believes in serving the people of her country. And sticking it in there. I mean, anybody in her pace would have bailed out by now. And like you said, 30 years track record, that's not an easy thing to do.
Right.
You know, fighting all the odds. And she's here, and she's standing tall, and she's standing strong. And I think it's brilliant. And she's got a gut feeling that we're going to see her in the White House.
I feel the same way, and I'm really excited about just the thought of it, actually waking up, you know, the day after election, knowing that now we have, so it's about time.
Yes. So somebody brought out a very funny question. You know how you call the lady of the president the first lady? So
then
what is Bill Clinton going to be called, the first man?
They actually had a T-shirt. I don't know if you saw it at the convention. They said the first man, the first man, Mr. Clinton, which we all love him, right? Yeah. And you know what? None of us never have thought.
Sounds like Adam and Eve.
You know, the truth is, my friend, none of us are perfect.
I know.
Perfection is in the eye of the beholder, right?
It is in the eyes of the beholder, how you conceive, how you perceive.
Your perception.
And we all have flaws. Nobody's perfect.
It's just facts. We need to really focus on what is most important to us.
Who's going to deliver? Who's going to deliver?
Exactly. Somebody who's going to sell you on words. I mean, like I have to tell you, I was very impressed. And tonight, Wednesday night, I mean, this is going to be live tomorrow, Thursday, the 28th of July. But I have to tell you, we are recording this on today on Wednesday, the 27th. But tonight, President Obama, it will be speaking at the convention. And unfortunately, first of all, wasn't really, decided to be part of the convention. And I did try to apply for media coverage. But I am going to try to cover the post-convention. I was really, But one of the things that I wanted to bring up, I have to tell you, between him and the First Lady, Michelle Obama, there is nobody on this planet that knows how to say the right thing at the right time.
And the best part is, Rhea, they strike home because
they
don't
know
mince
exactly.
words, they don't sugarcoat their words. They are very logical, and they're like a simple, normal person would talk to you, and they get the point across. That's why it hits home. I am hating the Obamas, though. I think they have been the best thing that ever happened to this country. Very, very genuine. Like I said, they didn't have to sugarcoat their words. That's why people relate to them. We resonate with everything they both say and do.
And I mean, there's so much hate going on right now in the world. And I really do, yes, I do believe that love is the answer to all of it. We cannot deal and keep fighting everything. We're constantly fighting. We're fighting everything. Why can't we just all get together and unite on something that means something for all of us? To have a better future for ourselves and our kids. Yeah, we don't see it that far. We don't even take, global warming seriously. I mean, I don't want to try to attack anybody here. I really, like I said, I want to try to stay neutral here. It's not about taking sides. It's about doing the right thing. That's my political point of view. What is your political point of view? Mind me asking you.
I mean, you're right. I mean, we all pretend to be so naive and take everything for granted, and we just close our eyes because we pull wool on our eyes like it's going to go away. It's not going to go away.
Right.
The monkey is going to be on your back. So you really need somebody out there in the power who's going to attack and address these issues.
Right.
Because, we don't have the power to do it or make it happen. They do. So voting for the right person will mean whether they're going to get that monkey off my back.
But one important thing to remember is your voice does count. And it is important.
Absolutely counts.
Because they can never be elected without you.
Yep. That's why you're given that right to vote. Otherwise, they would decide among themselves that who's going to be the next president. You've been given that right to exercise for a reason. So appreciate and value and realize the importance of it. Get out there and vote, guys. It means that your one vote could make it or break it for that president who you want to see in power.
So what does it mean for you to actually, let's take it on a not just only personal level, but in your business, what does it mean for you to have the right candidate in place?
Well, just like whether the doctors or the hospitals or the business people, everybody is concerned at how it's going to personally, at the end of the day, affect them. So obviously we also think in the long run that the policies that are going to be made in the White House, how they're going to reflect and affect the small business owners. I'm not into politics big time, but I look at the bigger picture and the bigger agenda, that if this person who's going to go into the White House is the rightest person and a fair person, I'm sure everybody will be treated fairly. So, there's not, I'm not looking that I'm the only one who should get advantage. It's not just for me. I'm looking at the overall picture, how this is going to affect the whole country's well-being, the future of our children, the future of our country, in the face of the whole world as the supreme power. That's the big picture that we're looking at. I mean, I haven't even gone to look at how it personally affects me or my business, honestly. It just is more.
But you have some common sense to think what would be right and what would be wrong for you, right? I mean, it's based on the facts, perhaps.
Like I said, we are quite ignorant when it comes to the political agenda, and I'm not very conscious, and I'm not proud of that. I just see the basic outline and what the basic message is.
That's the main thing.
That's the main thing, and focus on that and let it come through.
Right.
Yeah, because depending on who's going to come and talk. I mean, both are to be presidents were, candidates are speaking, so you hear it. Right. You decipher, you dissect, you absorb, and you realize that who's on the right track and who's not.
Right. It's an interesting, I mean, we're going to be taking there's so much stuff going on in the world, and I look around and I say, keep it on a positive perspective. It's time for us to unite as one.
Yep.
And think that no matter how you look at it, everything affects us. Doesn't matter how far it is or how close it is. It does affect us. So we really need to have, that little more conscious awareness that we need to be deliberate in our actions, right? We need to think about what is it that we're doing and why is it we're doing it. How is it serving the majority, right? For you, of course, it has to serve you, but it has to serve everybody around you as well, right?
And also the future of our children, bear that in mind. I mean, they're going to be in the office for the next 4 years or 8 years with all the policies that are going to affect our young children who are going to be adults. And
I mean, I heard my son telling me, it's like, well, Mama, Canada starts to look good. Well, we're going to take a break because we are going to be having some lunch here and enjoying that, and we'll be right back with you guys. Okay.
Your Life Now radio show with Coach Rhea will return in just a few moments.
We are so excited about the new things we are working on to make Your Life Now radio show the place where you can learn and share your message with the world. For more detail on how you and or your business can participate and get involved, contact us at www.yourlifenow.info, and we'll be more than happy to share with you how we can help you and your business by sharing your business and your message with the world. Whether your world is local or global, we have great solutions and ideas for you. For more information, contact us at www.yourlifenow.info. Again, that's yourlifenow.info.
Okay, we are back here, and we are speaking with another amazing, beautiful woman here who wants to share why is it so important for us to have a voice and to vote this November. Hi, can you share your name for us?
Sure, my name's Kim.
Kim, can you tell me, are you going to vote?
Yes, I am.
What does it mean for you to actually vote as a woman?
Well, it was a right it took a long time to have, and I think that it's your obligation as a U.S. citizen to vote. And that if you're going to complain or want to voice your opinion, then you should vote. If you don't vote, then you should be allowed to have an opinion.
I love that. So I just kept the bullet right. You should shut up then. It's not about expressing opinion. It's about sharing your voice. And why is it so important to you? So, we know who's out there for, but are you ready to have a woman as a president? I know I am.
Yes, I am.
So what would it be like to actually have a woman who has a track record of doing a lot of great things? She's smart. She knows a lot about foreign policy. I call it American immigrant, right? Who I'm proud, obviously, to be American here and living in this country. I couldn't want to be anywhere else, honestly. But you were born and raised in this country, and now we're making history again. I say we are making history. I feel like she is going to be our next president. Like, again, it's really not about taking side. I just think about, are we ready for change? Are we ready for somebody who is smart to take office and really take things, seriously and start doing things for us as women as well? What's your thought about that?
I think we're overdue, and it's about time. And I think that when she takes office, America will embrace her and embrace it.
I think I'm ready for her, and I'm ready for a change, and it's about time, like you said. If it's not now, it's when?
Oh, it's soon. If it's not now, it's coming soon.
It is coming soon.
And I want to say one thing here, Rhea, which I love what Kim said, that most of us sit down over there and we complain and we do nothing about it. So if you really, have complaints and you want to do something about it, you need to get out there and vote.
That's right.
I agree with you guys. I think this is fantastic, and you know what? I couldn't ask for better, people here to be saying what they say. So I really do appreciate you, Kim. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
don't bitch and complain. If you're not willing to make a change and do something about it, then don't say it.
I agree, because I think that's the problem with us, because we jump into making assumption and create an opinion, but we don't even know why we are making those those comments, right? I mean, like, what do they mean? Like, I mean,
if you don't like something, get up and do something about it.
See, that's the thing. It's like, but I mean, I think one of the things that we really, that I try to be very selective also in the word that I use. But I notice, that it's easier for us to blame our situation on somebody else, but yet we don't want to take action to change it.
I think that's a comfortable and easy way out. You want to be in denial and just sort of shift the blame.
So I'm ready for change. I know so far people that I have speaking with ready for change, and we're going to take another short break, and we'll be back with more, hopefully, good feedback, right? Good feedback from people, just to say, again, it's not about opinion. It's about it sharing your voice. It's like Kim had said, I love that. She said, as an American citizen, it's your duty to vote.
You're obligated, yeah.
You're obligated. You have to vote. So... Okay, we are back, and with me here, our friend Tammy. Tammy, hi, Tammy. Thank you so much for doing this. And like I said, we're really trying to get some people's point of view on why is it so important for us to share our voice, and why is it so important for us to vote this year in November. No matter who you're going to vote for, if you know you're doing it because you choose to do it, because you have your reasoning for it, that's all that counts. So, are you voting?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what does that mean for you to vote?
It's my right as an American citizen, and we are lucky to have that right.
And I totally agree. We were just talking off the air how, I come from a different background, and we shared our, it's interesting that we take things for granted. I mean, part of the world that I'm in, actually, women do not have really much of a voice, to come down to. But just the fact that we actually have that freedom to express our, voice and to share our point of view of what is our choice as American citizen here in this country is the greatest things that we can actually have. Don't you agree?
Yep, I do. Yeah, you're right.
So tell me, what do you think about that? I mean, why do we take things for granted that we really don't realize how important it is for us to actually express our voice and share our voice?
I think we become jaded in this country, and we start thinking that our vote doesn't count anymore, and so why bother? And we leave it up to other people, and I don't know.
Well, you are doing fantastic. I know sometimes we the mic is just, trust me, it's people who listen to you, they really thinking, the same thing, but you have an opportunity right now to share that on the air with our global listeners. So I just wanted to say, you know what, I really do thank you for doing that. So how does that make you feel? I mean, like, how does that make you feel as a woman right now to actually be part of making history again?
I'm very proud to be a woman in America right now. It's finally our turn to take the White House. It's been a long time coming, and I think she's going to do a great job. She's got the most experience, and she's for the middle class. And I'm a middle class person, and I think that's important. I think there's a lot of issues that are very important right now. I'm a strong believer in gay rights. The LGBT community is very important to me, and I don't believe that their rights should be taken away from them. And I'm a proponent of a woman's right to choose, and that's another issue that's going to be taken away if the other party wins the White House. And these are important issues, and I feel like there are a lot of younger kids that are just starting to vote now, and they don't realize the struggles we've gone through to get to where we are right now, and so they don't think it's that important. One of the platforms on the Republican side is to eliminate unions. If my husband wasn't in a union right now, I wouldn't have a house. I wouldn't have health care.
So this would hit you really, really home.
Absolutely it would. And I think that the kids don't realize, because they've never had to struggle. They've had it great all their lives, most of the kids, especially around here in Sparta. And so they don't realize how important it is to actually go out and vote.
You know, I'm not from here, and I have to tell you, you guys have a great town here. I love it. It's so beautiful out here.
It is. It's a very nice town. But
it is.
But they don't realize how lucky they are to live here, and that they didn't have to fight the fight to, you know, raise the minimum wage and have women's rights, and we still don't have equal pay for equal jobs,
well, we're just scratching the surface, but if we are going in the right direction, we're definitely going to be able to scratch a lot more of the surface, and we're going to be getting where we want to be. You agree on that?
Yep, I do. Yep, we're heading in that direction. America we're not making America great again. America
it is
never
already great.
I
know, I love that. You know, I mean, when I hear and I see all these advertisements as "Let's make America great," I think these people really who saying that, they need to go elsewhere and they need to experience other culture before they say something like that, and then they can definitely appreciate what they have and why is our country is the greatest country on this planet.
Exactly.
I mean, I come from a different culture, like I mentioned. I travel the world every single year. I'm all over the place, and I cannot wait to get home because this is my home now.
Yeah, it is. It's a great place to live, but fostering hope and hate and dividing us by religion or by gender or class is not right, and that's what they're doing, and we can't allow that. We can't allow that to happen.
That's so true. You know, it was so funny. I was trying to stay neutral, and I always stay neutral myself. I never really try to take sides. I guess my thinking is, you know, my political point of view is always doing the right thing, and we know nobody's perfect. But when you look at facts, when you look at track record, when you look at somebody who can actually deliver, it's really no-brainer.
No.
Right? I mean, I actually, after I listened to Mrs. Obama, our First Lady, I was so inspired. I called the actually Democratic National Convention the following day. I said, how can I get my credential to actually cover the event? They said it was too late, but you can do the post-convention. And I'm like, okay, I'm on it.
Right.
And the reason for being, because what she said, it really hit home for me. First of all, our country is already great. We need to make it great.
No.
Okay, we need to get better. There's always room for improvement.
Absolutely.
There is no doubt about that. The other thing she said she never attacked personally, right? She never called name.
Right.
She said they go low, we go high, right? When, you know, I mean, just to think about this. So the only thing that I can say going forward, I think we all need to really spread love, be love, realizing that we already have a great things going, we just can make it better.
And Hillary said she gave a fabulous speech the other day in Florida, and at the end of it she said, I just want to leave you with this one message: love trumps hate.
I think that is so fantastic. I really do appreciate you, and I really hope I get to see you again. Maybe I'll come back to Florida and make an arrangement. I'll give you my card so you know how to get a hold of me. But I really do appreciate it. We'll have a celebration. Absolutely.
We'll do the victory dance.
We'll do the victory dance. Absolutely. We'll get up on the table.
Okay.
Anyone else? I really appreciate you guys. Enjoy your afternoon. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks, you guys. I'm going to give you my card so you can listen.
Okay, we are back again here, and we have with me here
Suraj.
Hi, Suraj. Thank you so much for dropping by here. And as I mentioned to you off the air, we're really trying to get people's opinion on why is it so important for us, you know, since we do have a chance and a choice to have a voice, why is it so important for us to share that voice and to vote this November? So let me ask you this first. Are you voting this November?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And how old are you, mind me asking you?
23.
So let me ask you this. What does it mean for you to actually vote as an American? And give me your feedback. I'd like to hear what you think.
Well, I think it's important because there's many issues that people disagree about, and certain things that do get changed when a certain candidate is elected or a certain candidate isn't elected. So depending on where you stand on certain issues, each candidate has very different views. So I feel like by voting, that's your way of basically voicing how you feel about the issues that society is talking about and the candidates are speaking about. So voting is important because of that. There's so many issues that people disagree about, so voting is the best way to do it and the most peaceful way to do it.
So, I mean, do you feel it's about the corruption, or is it about the possibilities of what could be?
I think it's about the possibilities of what could be. You should always look at it as what is the candidate going to do once they get into the office. So for me, it's more not about what they say, but what can they do when they get into office and what their agenda is.
Yeah. So in other words, it's about the action and it's about the facts. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So when people make their judgment based on what they hear, do you think that's relevant?
I don't think so. I think everyone should form their own opinion, because when everyone has a little bit of bias, so it's best to form your own opinion.
Okay. Like you said, I'm all about action. Without action, nothing moves. But if we don't vote, if your vote can make a difference for change, would you seriously tell somebody else to make sure that they vote as well?
Yeah, I think it's important that everyone does vote, because, if you sit home and you don't vote, then it's not really, there's no candidate being really chosen. It's kind of winning by default instead of having everyone vote and giving their opinion about who they believe should actually win.
So in your generation right now, what do you think is going on?
I think there's a lot of confusion. There's no steady vote of where everyone's going. So it's a lot of mix.
So is it because we lack information, or we're just basing our information on what we hear?
I think it's about information that we hear, a lot of information that we hear, and also with a lot of events that are occurring currently and how the candidates are responding to these events. Okay. So I think that's a major thing too.
So I really do appreciate your feedback. I think this is awesome that you are voting, and I hope you encourage everybody that you know also to share their voice and vote.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Take care.
Your Life Now radio show with Coach Ria will return in just a few moments.
Welcome back, my friends. You are listening to Your Life Now radio show. I am your host and the executive producer, Ria Wilkie, a.k.a. Coach Ria. This was an amazing experience, speaking to amazing people who shared their point of view and perspective on why is it so important for us to share our voice, and why is it so important for us to exercise our right. So I encourage you to really think about that and think about your rights and how you can exercise that right. So let's spread love, be love, and help make a difference in the world. Thanks again, Jody, Kim, Tammy, and Siraj for sharing your voice on the air. Really appreciate you. Until next time, my friends, stay amazing. Much love to all. Just one more thing. It takes collaborations, mutual agreement, and action to make the impossible possible. So go out there and celebrate who you are and join hands and make the impossible possible. Until next time, my friends, make sure you position yourself and your business always for success. Be present. Look for insights. Take action. Take small steps. Evaluate what you are doing. And remember where you are so you know where you are heading. Stay amazing. Much love to all.